Bienvenidos. Soy la Bruja Espinada, and I am here with your special new moon reading. So, make sure that at the end you have your clarification, closure, will my wish be fulfilled question. Remember, get one at the end to be answered by the crystal ball deck. So, have that ready, and then we will be doing the live shuffle of what has been attracted to you at this time. So, let's get started. This is a very interesting read because when asked what needs to be released right now for the watcher, what came out was the Justice card. Now, the Justice card has a lot to do with fairness, balance, fair-mindedness, sometimes having to weigh your options in order to make a sound decision. And right now, what this is telling you is that you need to be patient. You need to find balance in order to make whatever decision it is that you need to make. But it's also saying that while you seek guidance, you kind of need to, it's good to seek advice from other people. And I'm pretty sure that's something that is being done at the moment, where seeking outside sources to better make a decision. But you should not let other people's advice decide for you. You really have to be the one to go inside, to weigh out all your pros and cons, to make sure that you are getting a fair-minded point of view in order to make a decision at this time. And when asked what needs to be embraced at this time, what came out was the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Six of Cups. This is all cups, all emotions. The Queen of Cups is actually reversed. So when the Queen of Cups is reversed, she has a lot to do, or it signifies that there is a lot of emotional influence stuck to you at this time. So it's basically saying that you are stuck in your head, and a lot of the decisions that you've been making have to do, they're emotion based. And what it's showing is that it's a lot to do with the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is like the ultimate, you've accomplished everything. You are finally reaping your rewards. Or it's referring to happier times, especially the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups has a lot to do, again, with emotion. It has a lot to do with thinking about the past a lot, thinking about the good times, remembering the good times. So when paired with the Queen of Cups in reverse, you're stuck in between the idea of the good times and the things that you want, the things that you've been striving for, the things that you've been wanting, and that's keeping you from making a sound decision. Whatever this decision might be, whether it's in love, friendship, business, work, whatever it is, you're being skewed by all these emotions that are held inside. Right now is not the time for that, because when at the bottom of the deck for this side, what came out was the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands has a lot to do with good news that's coming into you at this time. So just whatever news is coming to you that's going to require you to make a fair, balanced decision, don't let your emotions of the past or the things that you wanted but didn't turn out the way that you wanted cloud your judgment. Don't let it cloud your judgment. Right now, your judgment is requiring you to be balanced and fair-minded. Now, when asked of the threads of fate what the lesson was for you, what came out was the paradox, which is very interesting because the way that these cards came out, or I felt like they probably should have been reversed, but no, this is the way they're meant to come out. The paradox is what has come out. The paradox tells you that this card is a reminder that we can hold two extremes at the same time. Sometimes we focus on things, whether internal or external, and see them as one-sided. But to hold the paradox within us requires strength, to see the most brilliant qualities and our most ugly, to acknowledge that they both live within us. It is a gateway to growth. Carl Jung said, the paradox is one of our most valuable spiritual possessions, and for anyone who does shadow work, they know this to be true. But this can also be difficult for many people. If we have been raised in a rigid environment where things are viewed as black and white, it may be hard for us to accept our flaws, let alone love them. One of the best ways to slowly enter a relationship with our internal paradox is to remind ourselves that we did not create these things within us. We inherited them. It does not define us, and yet we are responsible for it. To work more deeply with paradox, as you witness yourself throughout the day, identify what types of thoughts you have more of, positive or negative. From there, find the polar extreme. For example, you may be thought, I'm so fucking lazy. Acknowledge a couple of things that makes that true, then find the polar opposite. Example, hardworking, and acknowledge a few things or experiences that prove that you are hardworking. That has a lot to do with going inside and getting that balance. Right now you're totally, this is explaining, like you're totally unbalanced, and that's okay. But if you're really wanting, true happiness and everything that you wanted, especially for this good news is coming up to you, you really got to do that inner work and start balancing that negative with the positive that's inside of you at this time. So when asked of the animal spirit guide what message they had for you at this time, what came out was the Badger Spirit. And Badger Spirit says, be fearless and bold. So Badger Spirit rejoices at your presence and commitment to what is true for you. Whatever you seek, your tenacity and faith in your partnership with Spirit is paying off, and the results will soon coalesce into form your world. The gift of Badger Spirit is the surety that taking a risk now and being courageous, fearless, and bold will yield wondrous results. This is a time to harness your will and apply it consistently to the pursuit of your dreams. Know that no matter the temporary outer conditions, you will manifest your desires in divine timing and in the form that Spirit deems best for you. Badger Spirit says you have what it takes to get what you want. So assert yourself, be fearless, and be bold, shining your light as your purpose calls you into the world. New relationships are also given a green light now. Don't be afraid to make the first move. Badger Spirit loves your brave and mighty heart. The additional message. When Badger Spirit comes to protect you, he reminds you that anger or aggression, argumentative behavior, and being pushy or manipulative will not result in a positive outcome. Perhaps someone close to you has excess Badger energy, or perhaps that energy is pent up in you. Either way, now is the time to calm down and allow the energy to pass through you. Go for a hike or a brisk walk, shake it off, or dance it out so you can return to the situation determined and committed, but not so intense that you overwhelm others and yourself. The appearance of Badger Spirit also serves as a reminder if you have been relentlessly pursuing something that keeps eluding you. The message is that it's time to surrender it up to your higher power and focus on something else. Badger Spirit wants to protect you from self-will run rampant, from being obsessed with getting what you want in the form you prefer, in timing that fits perfectly with your notions of what has to be. Remember, the world doesn't revolve around your wants. Better, more beautiful opportunities will be the result when you release of that Badger Spirit intensity, along with your need to have it your way 100%. Like it said, good things are coming to you. And you gotta get out of this funk that it didn't happen my way. You can't throw a tantrum about it. And in order to receive these good things, better things for you, you really have to go inside and start balancing out your mind and your heart. Start really looking towards that inner work, that shadow work that needs to be done in order to reap your rewards. Now, let's go ahead and do my wish be granted closure clarification card. So have that ready. Think about it. It has to be a yes or no question. Universe, divine, what response do you have for our watchers? 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 Listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition. What is your gut telling you? If you're like, I don't know what my gut's telling me, do that inner work and you'll figure it out. Quit thinking about the past, because chances are that you're just focusing on what you want to hear, if it's not how you want to hear it. But you got to listen to your intuition, so start working on that inside. Okay, last but not least, let's see what's being attracted to you at this time. So, ooh, these are live today. What is being attracted to our watchers at this time? What is being attracted to our watchers at this time? Damn, okay. Inspired thoughts. Alignment brings incredible ideas, new thoughts, new decisions, new immediate action, new reality. Write it down. The universe has received your order. Know, feel it's yours. Done. Feel that it's yours and that it's done already. Writing brings into physical form. The ash from the incense. Being love. Being love. Exuded in all that you do. Oneness. Like attracts like. Unconditionally loving self and all. Past programming. Choose your beliefs. Recognize false stories. External conditioning. Make decisions that support your goal. And it has a lot to do with your Justice card, making those decisions. Giving and receiving, that balance as well. Everything is energy, reciprocity. Give and receive easily to others and yourself. Random acts of kindness. Magic of pretending. Visualize ideal situation. Be detailed. Play the part. See as manifested. Speak it into existence and be certain. And last one is in flow state. In the zone, loving life, focused, high frequency, skill meets challenge, flotation therapy. So the new moon is coming up. It's on the 10th, and that is the perfect time to start intentional manifestation. So what you do, especially when it comes to write it down and all these inspired thoughts, the flow state, magic of pretending, this all has to do with manifestation at this time. Write it all out. And that's what I highly suggest. Write out what it is that you want, what you're working towards. But make sure that you are as detailed as possible. You can see a visual of the idea of what it is that you want to reach, but you got to make sure to fill in the blanks. Like from today to how you want it to be in a month, in a week, whatever it is that you're looking for, you got to put in like a step-by-step, play-by-play on how you want it for the universe. Save that until the full moon. Because on the night of the full moon, that's when you read it out loud to the universe, you set it on fire, and let the attention flow. I hope this message helped, and I'll see you guys next week.